content warning: the following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. We need to make a social contract. We need to make a social contract. We need to make a social contract. We need to make a social contract.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Guys dang. Let's get it, baby.
Oh, they can.
Can they hear us right now?
They can hear us right now, yeah.
Oh my god.
They can. This cold, man. This cold. It. What?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good. Yeah, no. I've had symptoms now for like over 2 weeks. Yeah.
It was a naughty boy, that cold.
Yeah, it was. It's still up in me. It's still up in me, but
yeah,
it's still up in me. But it's
Yeah.
Symptoms do not equate. Hey guys,
folks. Good evening. Good Friday evening. This is the Brew with Brotherwife. We are a band that is also a game show.
Happens to have a podcast,
and we're trying to bring a little bit of our life into your world.
Down the pipeline. Our juice into your mouth.
Oh,
God.
Need that juice today. Folks, how are you doing? How was we haven't had an in-person, an IPB for a while, in-person brew.
I think it's technically maybe been 2 weeks. If we missed 2, it's been a week and a half. If we missed 2, it's been a week and a half.
It's been a bad time. When I was driving over here today, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be nice.
Getting together with the good folks tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking Dylan. I'm talking Coda. I'm talking about Bugman. I'm talking about Off Grid. I'm talking about the OGs, baby. Zimpolo.
We're talking about Frogman.
Yeah, Frogman. That's what I meant. Frogman. Sorry.
We're talking about Ricardo. We're talking about John.
Bugman is somebody though. That's Christopher from RCK. If you don't know RCK, check him out.
He's Frogman?
No, Bugman.
Oh,
he's Bugman. Yes, Frogman. I don't know. Frogman might be an angel.
Okay.
I'm thinking Frogman is an angel.
Okay.
But.
Okay.
What say you, Frogman?
So how's it been this week? How's it been this week for you, Jay? What's going on with you?
This week has been good. I feel like one of the things I want to do, I think, is it's hard because living in Kitsap, there's not as much. Like I want to do. Are we good?
We're good. There's something.
The camera?
It feels a little. Doesn't
Wait,
it?
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? It's fine. Fuck it.
Dude, I think
we're live.
Do we zoom in?
We're live. Zoom in,
yeah.
No,
you tell me.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
I think that's. Is that
That's
it?
good, yeah.
And then a little focus check too.
Sure.
A little focus check.
Folks, we like to bring you in on all aspects of the production. You're doing the Zoom. You did the wrong one.
Here we go. So now we're out of focus?
We were like in pretty good focus. You're like throwing the baby out with the bathwater here.
Now we're...
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're good?
We're good.
We're good?
You're good. Well, you were great.
Fuck, I was great. Okay.
I was looking at you.
Look at you.
Okay. All right.
You're getting more out of focus.
Worse. There we go. Stop.
Back a little bit right there.
Stop. Yeah.
Is that good?
That's perfect.
Oh, yeah, you look sharp.
Thank you, bro.
Thank
you. I feel sharp. I feel like a razor's edge right now.
Oh my god, I feel like a razor's edge too, but for different reasons.
Oh, I got in an altercation with a haircut lady the other day.
Oh, that's really nice.
It made me feel alive. Picking on an old Asian woman.
Once it's over and you're safe. They've got scissors.
No. Honestly, once it was over, I felt felt bad. Yeah. Well, okay, so
you run in with hair. You don't do well with stylists.
Have I had another bad stylist
in New York?
Okay, yeah.
You have run-ins with stylists.
I have.
He does a lot. Look at this guy's hair.
I have high expectations.
Look at me.
You do your own thing. I do my thing. That's why we work well together. Look at us right now. Look at us. This is why we work well together.
Yeah.
Folks, we're a complete package
it's
for you.
It's basically the same haircut.
We do this for you.
Yeah. You want to know something neat about my style? I save about 95% on my hairstyle because I use them on average, the last 4 years, I use it once every 2 years.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So after the repair from the sword cut haircut.
Yeah. I cut his hair with it was going to be with a sword, but then, of course, that would rip his scalp off. We don't want to de-scalp here.
Get my F-dogging scalp off.
So we decided to go. It was way harder to cut with a
combat knife.
It was really difficult. Right? It was really difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. You do what you can. You do what you
can. Folks,
can.
What's the craziest way you've ever cut your hair? But no, this lady was just being a little. I showed her some pictures of. I was like, hey, can I show you some pictures of what my hair used to look like? Because I used to have a guy in West Seattle, old Asian man named
really
Neem.
liked Neem.
You know Neem!
Yeah, you
Didn't
really
speak
liked
a lick
Neem.
of English. We communicated
fucking loved Neem.
through his grunts and my smiles and thumbs up. That's
is,
how we communicated.
You get like mid-level.
I love
quests.
you, Neem, if you're watching.
You
I
get,
know
like,
you're not.
Mid-level,
You barely speak English.
high-reward quests in Baldur's Gate 2 from a guy named Neem.
Dude,
you know
it's
like
cut me
Captain
up
Nemo.
so good, bro. 45 minutes I'm in the chair. This man's charging me first year $6. I think
What the fuck?
Yes, he like owns a beauty school or some shit.
He just cuts hair for fun?
I don't know. When I first went to when I moved to that area in Seattle, I was like, there's a lot of weird stuff. Let me see if I can find like a cheap barber, you know? And boy did I ever. And this worked out for years. Through COVID, Neem was my boy.
This is how you accidentally get hand jobs looking for a back massage too, folks.
No, listen.
Let me just look for a cheap back massage. I think it's pink lights, right? If you've got
you know
pink
what?
lights.
Funny you should say that. There was a fucking guy that when I was younger and I was just a hot piece. There was a guy that he saw me walking to and from the bus stop every day, and he was like always smoking outside of his barbershop, and he's like, "Oh, come in, let me cut your hair, man. Let me cut your hair." And I was like, "Oh no, I'm good." But then one day I was like, "Well, why don't I just get like a free hair?" It was like my hot girl moment. I was like, "Why don't I just get a free haircut?" Oh, good. Like I knew he was gonna like be good to me.
He fucking shit out of you, didn't he?
No, he like mildly assaulted me.
Oh.
Yeah, he like touched my dick twice. It was like a weird thing that I haven't really talked about. Yeah. I know, yeah. No, I'm gonna.
How many girls think it's their pretty girl moment?
Dude, it probably happens during pretty girl moments. When they're having a pretty girl moment, there's probably a hand that goes on the lower back to the ass.
Yeah.
Whatever. So here's his thing. Listen, I'm young. I'm taking the bus.
Are you 19 or are you 21? Or are you 23?
I want to lie here, but I'm like 23. I'm like 22 or 23. Okay, all right.
Okay. Just so you know, you could have lied.
I know, but I just want to be honest with the good folks. I owe them that much. So I'm like taking him up on this one day. Okay, I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? He's like, we got to shampoo your hair. I was like, let's do it. So he is like I sit down on the chair, and then as he like leans the chair back, he like puts his hand like on my thigh to like stabilize himself, I think, or something. It was like on my thigh, like towards my like dick area, weird. Like it wasn't like I'm grabbing your dick, but it's like I'm in a neighborhood I shouldn't really be in, and that shouldn't happen.
I think people test the water with like, oh gosh, oops.
Dude, okay, I'm actually gonna kind of bear all right now because this is like a weird thing that I just like kind of let happen when I was young. So, he ended up. I don't know.
I don't know how, but we wound up candlelit
at the end. I'm trying to I'm like, am I remembering this right? At the end, he was like, I want what about like your let me wax your back. And I was just like, oh no. And then he was like, no, for free. I'll just like wax your back. And then he was like, I was like, no, I'm good. And he's like, oh, come on. And so I just let him like, wax my back for free.
Have you ever gotten another back wax?
No. And I did stop at where he wanted to do my eyebrows. That's where I stopped. He offered, like, he was like, do the eyebrows like...
So he did the leg thing.
It wasn't outright dick growth, but it was weird dick territory leg thing. It was twice. It was like on the down, on the up.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've experienced that before.
Yeah.
Like you
know what you're doing. You
just
devil.
do something bad.
You devil. What are you doing?
You did just do something bad.
Hot girl moment instantly turned into hot girl moment. It was fucked up.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you got a free haircut. You got a free back massage. You could have had your eyes done.
I could have.
you ever had your
chose
eyebrows
not
done?
to.
Have
No.
you ever had your eyebrows
No,
done?
I think I'd probably really.
See, Al does my eyebrows all the
Really?
time. She plucks my eyebrow. She plucks my unibrow
Interesting.
out. Yeah.
You know, that's good.
I
That's
hate
good.
it. I fucking despise it.
No, dude,
I let her do
it's
it because
little
I love
things
her,
like
that's
that
it.
that allow you to have hair like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's like those tiny things. It's like, okay, this is a normal person. This is a person that's okay. This person's not gonna give me scabies.
Sure.
You know what I
okay,
mean?
Yeah. If I went full
there's so
Tyler-
much happening with
I
you right
went-
now that you need
Yeah,
that as
okay,
insurance.
okay.
You run a business.
I just cover the hair.
That's true.
It's so greasy, guys. Underneath the hood, it gets so greasy.
Yeah.
But I just
So,
popped
folks,
the cap on.
comment
and I'm
below.
good to
Have
go.
you ever been like weirdly like half
sex assaulted?
like where you were like, I don't know what happened, but something weird happened, and I, again, don't know.
You guys all
yeah.
know. You guys all know my
Yep.
never trust a guy with a round bottle.
Round
never
bottle.
trust a guy with a potion bottle.
Old man, you were 15. He was in your home's little accessory garage area, and
Absolutely.
he tried to get you. You know, and that's not good. And you were wise, and you said, I think I'm gonna go inside.
I'm gonna go inside.
And I should have said,
I was really worried he was gonna bash me. I was pretty worried he was gonna bash me.
Well, I mean, it's just if you like, okay, if he, you know.
If he bashed me.
If he bashed you, that's it. Like, that's, like, you can't, you know what I mean? There's no, like, the spotlight's on you. You bashed a kid, you know?
Bashed a kid.
Like,
You bashed a kid.
You know what I mean? Like,
if you're going to, and listen, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
And we shouldn't
I'm sorry.
really, we shouldn't
talk
give too
about
many
this.
tips or tricks.
But if you're gonna bash a kid, a 15 to 17-year-old boy is the one to bash.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Well, if you can overpower them.
Sure. I was gonna say you have to bash.
You
them
have
because
to
they're so
bash
strong.
them, but no, it's the empathy. The empathy drains up for men as they get older.
Right.
Once you're like a 17-year-old guy, people are like, that was wrong, but like he probably should have just kicked his ass.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like, why didn't you just kick his ass?
Right. Yeah, the fellas don't really get a lot of leeway.
I feel like right at 15, the cusp of accountability is starting to change.
That's true, especially amongst the friend group. It's like,
so it's
what?
like you're like telling someone.
Bro,
and
if
they're like,
somebody did that to
wait,
me, I'd
you
literally
got bashed. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
He just bashed you and then
and then you just fucking let that. Wait, so he like waxed you and you like took your, and you like took your. How old are you?
Yeah, no.
Folks. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, I was not.
I just wanted to say.
Absolutely not. I wasn't gonna say.
One of the things that a lot of people are saying, and this is one of the things that we do here on the Brew is we read you the news stories that you want to
threw me
hear.
for a loop
No,
there.
I'm sorry.
Need to
I'm
hear.
sorry. I know I should have done that to you. Folks,
What the fuck?
really quick, don't, because I need to say something really quick. Obviously, we know about P. Diddy, right? You know about P. Diddy? Okay. Obviously, we know about the Baltimore Bridge. You know about the Baltimore Bridge? I bring this guy up to date on a lot of stuff. We are a team.
I heard about.
This guy lets me know about, like,
I heard about
neuron
the concert.
stars.
There
Is
was
it
like
neuron
a-
stars? Neuron stars?
Neutron.
Fuck! I think that's the second time I've made that mistake on this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
neutron
close to
stars?
Neutron, yeah.
This guy tells me about neutron stars. I let him know about P. Diddy serial molesting black men in Hollywood. And he got his home raided.
When did this? Oh, whoa! Oh, so it's like a done deal.
Well, over the last like 10, 15, 30 years, he's
raped,
been
like, 10
been
guys.
doing a bunch of stuff. Like
Yeah.
he's kind of like the Black Epstein, is what people are saying. So that's like literally, actually. And so he got both of his homes raided, but nobody knows why. But it just came out that he's been like diddling and doing all this. Is
it adults or is it kids?
I think it's everybody in between.
Everything.
I think it's everything. So literally, there's people that are, no homo. They're literally saying no Diddy.
Oh.
No Diddy, and also,
I mean, it's so close
they're calling
to
him the
diddle,
diddler.
too.
The diddler,
yeah,
exactly.
it's so close to diddle.
It's just so funny because this
Oh,
guy was
gosh.
like a hip hop magnate in
Yeah.
like the '90s too. Like he was untouchable.
Yeah.
He was like the motherfucker.
So if he stayed as chill, if he stayed as cool, do you think they still would have got him?
What do you mean?
Like in his prime, do you think
He was
like,
never cool, actually.
He was never cool.
He was never fucking cool. Yeah, he just was this like little smarmy like side. He was like a little tiny he was like the brains behind the brawn type of shit. Like he was like this little
Okay.
You know, fucking wannabe. Like he was just. I remember.
I just love talking about Pete. His net worth is probably like
yeah, no.
like 45 times more than me and you will make in our entire
and then our
together.
right, absolutely.
Yeah. Just a smarmy little fuck that could have had us killed seven times a day.
Over. Yeah, no. Okay, for sure. But I just, if you listen to Mo Money, Mo Problems, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You just want to hear Biggie's verse.
Okay.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I don't give a, why did you put him first? Anyway, so I digress because really quick, I just wanted to say that's happening. And then just like the other day, a huge cargo ship just barreled into the Baltimore Bridge and killed I think 10 or 20 people, and
the bridge is just gone.
The bridge is just like a video game. Like you press delete in Age of Empires 2 and it was like,
oh no,
actually, yeah,
oh no.
And so there's people that think, okay, Diddy's house got raided, somebody literally did a cargo into the Brooklyn Bridge, like we just funded a bunch of fucking bombs to Israel. Like, what's about to happen? It's like, what is?
They're trying to bring everything together.
Well, what is
everything together?
Well, it's kind of like, what are they distracting us from? They're like, listen, we need a big one. You need to fucking Diddy, you're going down, and we're putting the fucking. We're bringing this. But I found it out. I think this is what it is, folks. Our leading story tonight: the federal government plans to kill 500,000 West Coast owls.
That's 500,000 West Coast owl, folks.
So they thought that Diddy and some bridge could keep us from finding this and bringing it to you.
This. God damn. Why?
Why? I don't know. Do you want to get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it, folks. The federal government plans to kill 500,000 West Coast owls. A story breaking by Leela Seedman. Great name, by the way. Do you think it's Jewish?
I think so.
I think it might be. And it's not. The reason I even say it is
yeah, why did you say that?
The thing is, if I was sure, I wouldn't have brought it up. Okay. If I was sure, I wouldn't. If it was a Friedman, if it was a Goldman, I wouldn't have brought it up. But Seedman. There's a question mark there, and I think we need to do a little research. These owls, they're beautiful creatures. A northern spotted owl. A federal government plan for hunters to kill thousands of invasive owls to protect the rapidly declining northern spotted owl has ruffled the feathers of dozens of animal advocacy groups. On Monday, a coalition of 75 animal rights and wildlife protection organizations sent a letter to the U.S. Interior Secretary Deb Haaland asking her to scrap what they describe as a reckless plan to wipe out 500,000 barred owls in West Coast states over the next 3 decades. The letter, spearheaded by Animal Wellness Action Group, AWA Group, and the Center for Humane Economy.
Sounds awfully close to owl.
Awa lambasts the plan for being unworkable and short-sighted, arguing that it will lead to the wrong owls being shot and disruption to nesting behavior.
Absolutely.
Some
motherfucker's not going out there pridefully discerning the owls. He's going out there to shoot.
They're gonna kill 12 kids on it. On this hunt. You think they're gonna get the right owls? They're gonna
right. They're not even gonna run the speed. Yeah. No, it's gonna be different.
They're gonna be shooting cars and stop signs, implementing a decades-long plan to unleash untold numbers of hunters in sensitive forest ecosystems in a case of single species myopia. Regarding wildlife control, states the letter, signed by Wayne Pacelli or Pacell, a president of Animal Wellness Action, AWA, and Scott Edwards, General Counsel of the Center for Humane Economy. Federal wildlife officials believe the action is necessary to control the population of the barred owl, which they consider invasive. And
the barred owl
doesn't. The barred owl does not consider. And give the threatened northern spotted owls a fighting chance on their home turf.
So I think the barred owl is actually like that beautiful, just typical owl that we all think of. Is it not? Yeah.
It's a good...
I don't mind having more of those around. They're so rare to see an owl.
Well, it's one of these things. It's like chipmunks, though. It's like chipmunks, like squirrels. Although, I mean,
I don't have a problem with squirrels.
Yeah, but
there are places where it can get bad.
It can get bad, but they are just like butcher. They just kill chipmunks, I guess. Squirrels kill chipmunks, and they take over all their habitats.
Okay.
So all the chipmunks, like when I see a chipmunk now, I'm like, "Say la vista, little friend." Like,
I just feel like a squirrel economy in a squirrel like microcosm is going to be way trashier than an owl one.
Sure.
Owls are sophisticated.
Yeah.
I would like the owls to gentrify the squirrels. I would like that. I want an owl bakery.
So Allison and I befriended a squirrel at Olympic College in Bremerton. And he was really cool, but he had these like freakouts. He would just like freak the fuck out. But he would like come up and he would talk to you and he would like get real close to you. He'd eat like peanut butter off your finger and shit. But then sometimes he would just freak the fuck out. He'd like jump like 3 feet in the air and then like do a bunch of spins. He had like rabies or something. Like we probably shouldn't have been chilling with him, but he was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like a cool friend that did way too much crack or something, you know? Like, you're like, I really like that guy, but, like, he's kind of fucked up. I think he had rabies. Looking back, he almost certainly had rabies.
Well, how do you know about, how do you know? Because isn't rabies, like, you die pretty quickly.
I think you die.
Yeah,
actually.
you don't, like, you don't
choke for
consistently live with rabies.
Yeah, that's a good point. Rabies is pretty scary one.
It's wild. If anybody is curious, look up just type in Reddit rabies post. And some brave Redditor did like a whole write-up on rabies.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, POV, you just got bit by a rabid dog. This is what the next 60 minutes is going to look like. Actually, like, and it's like, and if you don't get to a hospital within an hour, like, you're dead. You're pretty much, yeah.
Wait,
like,
is it that quick? It's 60 minutes?
I mean, it's something very dramatic.
It's like hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we should read it.
Yeah, let's read up on it. Let's read up on it.
I'm going to do Reddit.
I'm gonna do it better though. I'm gonna do it better though. Reddit rabies post. Rabies. They sting and are red. A bit of blood, but not too much.
Okay. Ready? Or do you hear? Why don't you do it?
I'm doing one right now. You want to do this one, or do you want me to do? I'll do it.
You should do it.
Okay.
I feel like this is something I think you would really be good at. Yeah.
Rabies is scary. Rabies, it's exceptionally common.
Wait, okay.
But people just don't run into the animals that carry it often.
Wait, folks, just so you know, this is about to be long. But, like, really sink into this, because it's scary, and you're going to walk away from this knowing, like, everything you need to know about rabies. And like, rabies is going to be checked off your box.
Hopefully, you don't need to know anything about rabies, because you never deal with it, but if you do, you're prepared.
But this is worth it, so just let TT work his magic and sink in.
Rabies. It's exceptionally common, but people just don't run into the animals that carry it often. Skunks especially, and bats. Let me paint you a picture. You go camping, and at midday you decide to take a nap in a nice little hammock. While sleeping, a tiny brown bat in the rage stages of infection is fidgeting in broad daylight, uncomfortable and thirsty due to the hydrophobia. And you snort, startling him. He goes into attack mode. Except you're asleep, and he's a little brown bat. So weighs around 6 grams. You don't even feel him land on your bare knee, and he starts to bite. His teeth are tiny, hardly enough to even break the skin, but he does manage to give you the equivalent of a tiny scrape that goes completely unnoticed. Rabies does not travel in your blood. In fact, a blood test won't even tell if you've got it. Antibody tests may be done, but are useless if you've ever been vaccinated. You wake up none the wiser. If you notice anything at the bite site at all, you assume you just slightly scraped it on something. The bomb has been set, and your nervous system is the wick. The rabies will multiply along your nervous system, doing virtually no damage and completely undetectable. You literally have no symptoms.
Capital N-O.
It may be 4 days, it may be a year, but the camping trip is most likely long forgotten. Then one day, your back starts to ache. Or maybe you get a slight headache. At this point, you're already dead. There is no cure. The sole caveat to this is the Milwaukee Protocol, which leaves most patients dead anyway, and the survivors mentally disabled, and is seldom done. I love that. The Milwaukee Protocol.
Yeah.
Engage Milwaukee Protocol. They have you drink a fucking 64-pack of Milwaukee's Best Ice.
And they're wearing 2 hazmat suits, giving you the Milwaukee's Best.
There's no treatment. It has a 100% kill rate. So what does that look like? Absorb that. Not a single other virus on the planet has a 100% kill rate. Only rabies. And once you're symptomatic, it's over. You are dead. So what does that look like? Your headache turns into a fever and a general feeling of being unwell. You're fidgety, uncomfortable, and scared. As the virus that has taken its time getting into your brain finds a vast network of nerve endings, it begins to rapidly reproduce, starting at the base of your brain, where your pons is located. This is the part of the brain that controls communication between the rest of the brain and body, as well as sleep cycles. Next, you become anxious. You still think you only have a mild fever, but suddenly you find yourself becoming scared, even horrified, and it doesn't occur to you that you don't know why. This is because the rabies is chewing up your amygdala. Fuck me. As your cerebellum becomes hot with the virus, you begin to lose muscle coordination and balance. You think maybe it's a good idea to go to the doctor now, but assuming a doctor is smart enough to even run the tests necessary in the few days you have left on the planet, odds are they'll only be able to tell your loved ones that you died of later. What you died of later. You're twitchy, shaking, and scared. You have the normal fear of not knowing what's going on, but with the virus really fucking the amygdala, this is amplified 100-fold. It's around this time the hydrophobia really starts.
Okay, for a second I thought you said homophobia.
There's rabies and there's gay rabies and then there's homophobic
Well, there's rabies and there's gabies.
Oh, shit. You're horribly thirsty. You just want water, but you can't drink. Every time you do, your throat clamps shut and you vomit. This has become a legitimate, active fear of water. You're thirsty, but looking at a glass of water begins to make you gag and shy back in fear. The contradiction is hard for your hot brain to see at this point. By now, the doctors will have put you on IVs to keep you hydrated, but even that's futile. You were dead the second you had a headache. You begin hearing things, or not hearing things at all as your thalamus goes. You taste sounds, you see smells, everything starts feeling like the most horrifying acid trip anyone has ever been on. With your hippocampus long under attack, you're having trouble remembering things, especially family. You're alone, hallucinating, thirsty, confused, and absolutely, undeniably terrified. Everything scares the literal shit out of you. These strange people in lab coats, these strange people standing around your bed crying, who keep trying to get you to drink something and crying. And it's only been about a week since that little headache that you've completely forgotten. Time means nothing to you anymore. Funny enough, you now know how the bat felt when he bit you. Eventually, you slip into the dumb rabies phase. Your brain has started the process of shutting down. Too much of it has been turned into liquid virus. Your face droops, you drool, you're all but unaware of what's around you. A sudden noise or light might startle you, but for the most part, it's all you can do to just stare at the ground. You haven't really slept for about 72 hours. Then you die. You always die. And there's not one fucking thing anyone can do for you. Then there's the question of what to do with your corpse. I mean, sure, burying it's the right thing to do, but the virus can survive in a corpse for years. You could kill every rabid animal on the planet today, and if 2 years from now some moist, preserved, rotten hunk of used-to-be brain gets eaten by an animal, it starts all over. So yeah, rabies scares the shit out of me. And it's fucking everywhere.
I love this. Source spent a lot of time working with rabies. Would still get my vaccinations if I could afford them. How expensive are they?
I want to get a fucking rabies
Yeah, no,
vaccination.
like immediately, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have rabies.
Okay, that's funny. So I was fucked. I way more time. You get a whole week. You just don't know. Is the problem? You could just get rabies.
Well, no,
you
you could have a year even from the time you get bit.
That doesn't. So it just like lives in you, but doesn't like penetrate or something.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's that's
Whole year.
that's.
Imagine having the best year of your life, like getting everything going. And it's just like, sorry, you got. Remember that service dog at Six Flags in Milwaukee? Yeah, actually had rabies.
Actually had rabies.
Yeah, you were petting it and it jumped up on you.
Scratched
You
you.
had an open. You had
Scratched
accidentally
you.
cut yourself
So-
on the tilt-a-whirl.
We've talked about dog heads and rabies and stuff.
Yeah, well,
is that
that's the standard protocol. That's the
so
standard
it's
protocol.
literally a safety thing.
It's a safety thing.
It's literally like
It's a safety
preserving everyone else from like coming into contact.
That's what
with
vets
shit
have
like
to
that.
do. They've got to cut the animal head off. It's a
God
dirty
fucking
business.
Damn.
It's a dirty business, and there's too many animals, and there's too many rabid animals at that, and there's too many bad pet owners. Can I say something really quick?
And there's too many bats.
I already said this last week. I'm going off twice.
Yeah, he's popping off.
Be a good pet owner.
Be a good pet owner.
If you have a pet, like you have a fucking pet, like you have a life, like treat it like a life.
And be a good parent too.
And be responsible if you like live at a place where there's a lot of people.
And be responsible if you have neighbors that do their garden 12 feet away through an old single pane glass window.
We haven't even done anything bad. We haven't even done anything bad this episode.
I think we've been
She's lucky.
maybe Gabies. I mean, a little
I mean,
bit.
Gabies was lighthearted.
It was lighthearted. Yeah, it was lighthearted. What do they do to the? What do they do to the corpses of Gabies people? So, do they incinerate people with rabies? I feel like they must incinerate people with rabies.
They send them to Club
I
Med.
have a headache coming on.
Yeah?
I got a
Yeah,
headache
you got.
coming on.
Did you ever have a kid with lice and then you got itchy?
Oh,
as a
100%,
kid?
yeah.
Who had
yeah,
lice?
Yeah.
I never got lice.
You
Thank
never got
motherfucking
lice?
God.
Oh, I had lice like,
Really?
I don't know, 3-5 times.
Fuck, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I had lice sometimes.
Oh my God, that would scare me so bad to have
Well,
lice.
you
That
guys
would
know
scare
me.
so bad
I
to
don't
have
like.
lice.
I don't like. See, for me, the funny thing is, I didn't even really give that much of a shit about having lice. I just hated all the shit I had to do about having lice.
Okay, I'm gonna like do something bad to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean you didn't care about having lice?
I was just like, Mom, get the fuck away from me. Stop touching my hair. Stop.
You were like
I have
5.
hair
You were like
stuff.
6.
Yeah.
You weren't like 8, right?
Lice. Oh, no. I'm like
Yeah.
eating fucking insulation at this point in my life. Oh, no, little bugs. Fucking chill out.
Yeah, no, hey, I get it.
I eat like
get it.
moldy shit.
Yeah,
I like
no.
put poop in my mouth. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no.
Don't put mayonnaise in my hair, okay?
Yeah.
That
Wait,
bugs me.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Is that one of the methodologies?
We're cutting all the hair off. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
You drown them. You suffocate them in mayonnaise.
Maybe that's why you're such a mayonnaise fiend these days. Some of it leached into your
into my
blood-brain barrier. Yeah.
Oh god, I've got mayo brain.
Something about mayo actually can really permeate.
It's kind of like what's
than-
the cat disease? What's the cat
Cat
disease?
scratch fever.
Not cat scratch fever. No, it's in their shit and you get it. Toxoplasmosis.
Oh yeah.
Mayoplasmosis.
Mayoplasmosis.
I've got fucking
Okay,
mayoplasmosis.
here's my thing. Really quick, I want to hire a consultant to make the mayo thing viral. I want to hire a consultant for like $1,000, and I want to be like, here is 20 minutes of raw footage we have on the mayo stuff. Here's what we think would work. I want to pay you and the PR team or whatever.
I don't even
to
think we tell them what we think would work. I think we just go, make it...
Like, this can be a meme that's on the front page of the Instagram thing on Cinco de Mayo. It can be. Like, us with the fucking Get mask getting mayo squirted, and it's just like, send this to your friend that really loves mayo.
Yeah.
Like, that will work. That will fucking work.
Send this to your friend that really
yes,
loves mayo.
like something like that. But if we can just...
He's smart, folks.
If we can just get some traction, if we can just pay like $1,000 for someone to be like, shoop, yep, we'll send this right into the Explore page. Like, I really think that could work. And we have like a whole month to like... Folks, think about how we could get the mayo, because it's almost a year removed, but it's
still Cinco de Mayo.
It's still Cinco de Mayo, baby.
Still Cinco de Mayo.
It's still Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
If for folks who don't know,
be done.
we filled up an entire sink full of mayo and we brought it to our show as an art experiment. And then we also Cinco de Mayo, come on. And then we also had Gimp Mask. We had a mayo shootout where we did mayo squirt guns. 2 audience members got to squirt mayo into TT and I's mouth. TT was the victor. He did capture more of the mayo and spit it into the spittoon. Yeah. He's a champion. What can I say?
We did also get mayonnaise
everywhere.
Inside of speakers.
Everywhere.
Inside of
it was
amps,
bad.
in
We
the
didn't
carpet,
mean to. We learned a
in
lot.
the
We didn't mean to. We
walls,
learned a
in
lot,
the
and we
floors.
made good. And
we didn't mean to. We learned a lot. We didn't mean to. We learned a lot.
And we made good.
Should that be a shirt? That should be a shirt.
We didn't mean to.
We didn't mean to. We learned a lot. We didn't mean to. And it's just the picture of us in black and white getting mayo sprayed in our mouth.
Yes.
We didn't mean to. We learned a lot. I think it's twice too.
We didn't mean to. We learned a lot. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna put that together.
Hell yeah.
We didn't mean to. We learned a lot.
Hell yeah.
You need plastic on 5 sides, not one side. You need plastic behind you.
More coverage
you need plastic
than you
to
would
the
ever
left, to the
imagine.
right, on top and on bottom. You need a cube with 1 opening. Whatever atrocious shit is happening to us has to happen from a 1 cube side opening.
Yeah.
That's what we learned.
Yep.
That's what we learned.
Absolutely.
And
folks,
we're applying it.
We are out here learning these things so that we can give you the intel and you don't have to make these same mistakes.
If you're ever going to wear a Gimp mask and have somebody shovel your mouth full of fucking mayonnaise with a squirt gun, you are going to save a lot of time, energy, and money.
Bright lines, parameters, folks.
Absolutely.
That's why you got to stick around here.
We're digging wells so you don't have to.
Folks, our next story here, a Chicago woman accused of using a baby's diaper to sneak drug-soaked paper into Cook County Jail during visit. So that's just savvy.
That's savvy.
That's
100%.
really savvy.
That's really savvy.
I would be like, this is your son's, this is a piece of your son. I want you to have a dirty diaper. Your dirty diaper.
Yeah, how do you get it across?
How do you, what do you do? Yeah,
Getting it in with the diaper is savvy, but how do you get it across?
Yeah. A Chicago woman is facing felony charges. Wow. They are no joke. after she allegedly snuck illegal drugs into the Cook County Jail by hiding them inside a baby's diaper.
Yeah, that's the tough thing with drugs these days. People are just blotting them onto paper. You just get the drugs in a liquid.
Right?
Yeah, you just get the drugs in a liquid, and then you're like, oh, I'm sending a book into jail. And then they're like, it's a liquid fentanyl paper book. This book has 250,000 hits of acid in it.
Right, right. And now this guy's literally the king of jail.
The king of jail.
He's literally jail
king of jail.
Oh.
Being a jail king would be
I
fun.
know! I just wish I was like
king.
jacked and like not scared and like I knew what I was doing.
Because it's different.
I wouldn't want to go
different
into the way
there.
I'm now. I'd get torn up.
Well, but
I wish I
think
could
what you
live
do-
that life.
Yeah.
Why is there
You
not
want
a
to go
jail
to
video
jail
game?
twice.
Why is there not a jail
I
video
want to
game?
slap you right in the face right now. That's a really good point,
What?
Jeffrey. There's gotta be.
There's gotta be, and the whole point is you're always trying to escape.
Okay, there's so many.
What?
There's so many. Oh my
Why
god.
did that not-
There's different classes. You can
Yeah.
be. You can be.
You could be a janitor. You could be a librarian.
You can be the guy that sells shit.
You could be the old guy.
You can be a stabber.
Yeah,
you can be an
you could be a
enforcer.
guard.
You can be a
You could be a
guard.
guard.
You can be a. You can be a.
You
what
wouldn't
is it
want to be
called?
the warden,
a
though.
She-boy?
Just
a she-boy? A lady
a
boy?
lady boy?
A lady boy.
Lady
You
in
can be
the
a
night?
lady boy.
Yeah.
That's the charisma class.
Well, you start.
There's a couple
You
charisma
start
classes.
off as a lady boy.
Oh, okay,
and then you
okay,
work your way
yeah.
up to being.
It's just
to being a-
the thing is out here. Like if somebody gets a video, like P Diddy's going to jail right now, you know.
Well, he's actually he's escaped to like the Poconos or some shit.
Oh really?
He's literally
He's
was
out?
Well, they never got him. They just raided his homes, but he was like on the run.
Is there a warrant?
I don't even know, but I did see him in like an all black jet, and I was just like, wow, it's just like what you said. Like he's living. It's an unfathomable life from my life. Like I can't even really put it together. Like what
Ants to Adam's bombs.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
literally insane. It's literally insane.
So there's just the thing is, if you're in jail already, like P Diddy, they're chasing him around the planet. If you're in jail already and you, I don't know, like stab somebody to fucking death in the throat or whatever, it's like, welcome to jail. Wait, oh, you're already here. Okay, shit.
Well, that's what motherfuckers do. Like in there, they're just like, I mean.
Well, I think too what happens is there's lifers. I've read about this a little bit, and like there's lifers there that are like, oh, you need somebody to we'll kill somebody for you because like guys are.
It's I'm already
you
gotta do something for me.
I'm already here. You
type
gotta
of
do
shit,
something.
yeah.
You gotta give me some drugs.
Yeah.
You do the whole thing.
The problem.
Yeah, you're in jail already.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's the problem. Solitary. Solitary is worse than just in jail.
That's true.
Solitary is bad. Solitary is bad. Prison
Do they
is
let
just.
you read books in solitary?
I do not believe so, sir. It's like dark in there, actually. I think as well.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think you're literally in like a dark, like little black box. I think you're actually just completely.
This depends on where you're at. I've been in solitary in a few county jails and prisons. Most of them have some type of form you can fill out to request reading materials. Some places you can ask other inmates on your time out, where you can trade them if you have reading
what are
materials.
the rules? Can you see that?
Okay, what are the rules of solitary confinement? Solitary confinement consists in keeping an inmate alone in
Oh,
cell for
wow,
over 22 hours
a day. Interesting.
Because of the harmful effect on a person's physical and mental well-being, solitary confinement should only be used in exceptional circumstances. It should be strictly supervised and used only for a limited
This
period.
is after some policy changes, because it did not used to be like that, folks.
Yeah.
I've taken a prison tour. I went into that cell. I know that evil. I felt that evil.
Oh, really?
For like 2 seconds.
You went into a solitary
I
confinement
did.
cell?
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I went in.
A different man came out.
I did.
He went in and
I went in and my lovely girlfriend Roxana actually I shut the door on her. She's the one that did the whole thing. I don't even think I did that. Yeah.
How long was she in there for?
Oh, I kept her in there for like 2 minutes. I was like playing a joke. No, I just 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. It was
I kind of feel like it would be an interesting experience if you didn't have to stay there for an extended period of time. But okay, how is there no jail video game that's like
how is there
very
no jail,
popular?
How is there no jail video game?
I mean, and even like an MMO,
What is
like
that?
a massively multiplayer online jail game, could be really
and that's
really
that's
fun.
the cool thing about where we are right now. Like I was just thinking about when you were talking about there's advancements in drugs, so now it's easier to get like liquid and stuff in drug form.
It's getting better to be in jail all the time.
It's getting better to be in jail all the time, folks.
There's gonna be a point in like 25 years where like the
We're
goal
in
is
jail.
to get the goal is to get in jail.
The goal is yeah. Because that's how
They're like, sorry, we don't have any rooms left. You're gonna have to stab 5 more fucking people.
Right? What?
What?
No, this guy was like prestigious. I killed this prestigious guy. He was a scientist. Sorry, I need get 4 more scientists. Did he have buddies? Did he have friends? Did he have a? Did he? Was there a lab?
Contact list?
Yeah, no, I understand. White coat, red blood. I get all. We've seen it all before. Yeah, no.
No rooms till Thursday. No rooms till Thursday.
No, but I was thinking like, how interesting would it be? What I thought was a file in a cake.
Yeah.
In the 1920s, when I don't know what I'm talking about here, right? But like, whenever that happened, because it did happen, because it's a thing, a file was brought into a cake. And they didn't think to check cakes. Mm-hmm. I think that's interesting. Yeah. I like all of those.
No, it's beautiful.
All of those little things.
Different tiers of like. Yeah. You don't have to figure out how to put acid in books in 1920.
Exactly.
One, there's no acid, but 2, people haven't thought of all the weird shit.
There's all this crazy shit. So what's interesting right now
is a cultural, technological development of strategies.
And we're almost at that point again with AI and all these things. You know, like we're reaching these things where. There's going to be these things that you don't even understand. Yeah. What's going to... I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. No. Well, and with scams, it's the same thing with scams. It's like...
Exactly.
20 years ago, you could just be like, hey, it's your brother. Send me 10 G's. And they're like, oh, fuck. Hey, buddy. Coda, I don't know if you're on here, but you've infiltrated my fucking brain, and I say buddy like you now. I can't stop it.
Oh, is that right?
That's Coda funny. Says buddy.
Hell yeah.
Hey, buddy.
But yeah, I was just thinking about that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to watch, like all these scams develop, and you have to and common sense redeveloping, like with just I don't know.
The catfishing is going to be wild.
It already is.
But there's not autonomous fucking general AIs catfishing people yet.
Sure.
That's when it's going to get real wild.
Yeah.
There are, okay, I haven't ever been catfished by like a good catfisher, but like I've been attempted catfished by like
what happened?
75. Well, no, just all the time. There's all these like half English speaking. It's like I'm assuming, and this is a huge assumption, and you can do what you will with me, smear my name, drag me through the mud, annihilate me, but I feel like it's mostly Indian people.
Gosh, dang. Bigot. Yeah. Yeah. What else did you expect?
I was almost going to call myself a bigot, but then I was like, I don't even want to bring that in. I don't even want to bring that in. And then you realized that before you said it, but you just kind of let it fall out.
I didn't know where I was going. I was thinking, do I say genius? I was like, I think bigot's funnier. Neither of these are funny.
Yeah.
I wish I wouldn't have done this.
This is a dead
bit. I should just let the man tell a story.
But there's a lot of people doing it. There's a lot of people doing it, but it's mostly Indians that have like broken English, and they're not
really
very good at it.
I'm gonna redeem myself here, and I'm gonna throw you under the bus. What are you talking about when you say catfishing? What does that mean to you, sir?
It means somebody pretending to be somebody else.
Okay, I think that's just in like a dating way, though. Is it
only in a dating way?
Let me see. You keep telling the good folks, and I'm gonna.
Can somebody drop a goddamn comment?
Yeah,
about
what is going on?
Means?
No
catfishing.
No comments on the catfishing.
The activity of catching catfish.
Okay, the process of luring someone into a relationship by means of a fictional online persona.
Oh. Yeah. Wait, does it say romantic relationship?
Well,
it's assumed.
Into a relationship by means of a fictional online persona, yeah.
Number 1, though, is the activity of catching catfish.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's still in the first position for now, folks. Okay, so what is it? Dog fishing, then?
I think it's that
lying?
Rupee fishing.
It's Rube Goldberging.
Rube
Goldberg fishing.
Anyway, okay, so these people, you're facing sophisticated Indian scams.
Semi-sophisticated. They try hard, but they don't do very well.
Okay.
It's A for effort, but F for performance. So, and
they're just a person with a dream.
They're a person with a dream.
At the end of the day, it's like how we want to be YouTube famous. They want to pull off a successful scam.
Absolutely,
that's their dream.
Oh, you know what? We should try and catfish someone using only AI. We can't actually respond to anything. We just use a GPT and we just feed it responses like, how would you respond to this in order to create the optimal like relationship? We just do that. Is it illegal to catfish?
No, you can catfish.
Man, it's so weird that that's not illegal, but it's like good that that's not illegal, but isn't it kind of...
It is weird. It is weird. It is a form of like weird assault.
It seems like...
It's weird assault for sure.
We draw lines in sane places, but they only seem like sane places because they're the lines that we already drew. Like...
It's almost like you should just like, if you should have like that. It's a messy world. It's a messy world.
Lot
Like,
of
I'm
gray.
sorry that happened
Lot
to
of
you,
gray.
but like, if you're in a relationship with somebody and they're catfishing you for more than like 2 weeks, I'm like, that says something about you.
Yeah.
It really does. It really does.
Did you want to get catfished?
Did you get a video call going?
Did you want to get catfished?
Did you have a fucking... Did you have a you know, any sort of proof that you thought maybe you could get out by a means that was natural? Like, it's not that hard to come up with, folks.
If you send money without meeting in person, you're pretty much catfishing yourself. You're catfishing yourself.
Yeah. You're
You know,
catfishing yourself,
you're
absolutely.
catfishing yourself.
Should we play our favorite game?
I don't see a reason why not, Jeffrey.
Folks, we don't have a working
see a
title.
reason why
It
not.
could be called What Did You Do?
Uh-oh.
Which I don't like.
Yeah.
Tyler likes that. My lovely girlfriend Roxana was also saying that we should do AI or bad guy or AI, which I like.
Yeah,
Which
or
I
bad
like.
guy, bad
But
guy,
there's
yeah.
something that doesn't have a sizzle to it. I want like a sizzle. I want like a, you know, like Lego piece. Like a hot Lego piece on a griddle that can't melt. Yeah, anyway, this is the game, folks, where we do...
This person does not exist. Maybe it's based on that.
Oh, this person might be a rapist?
Yeah, this person might be. This person.
This
might
person
be,
does
yeah.
not exist. This person
might be. Yeah.
This person may
There's
have
something,
done some shit.
If anybody has some ideas,
Yeah.
on hey Dylan, what's up?
Dylan!
Dylan is
printing for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's working
Thank
on the
you,
big.
D-Mac.
He's working on the big dog. He's
What's
working
the
on
big dog?
Oh,
The big boy for...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh
No.
gosh, I can't look at this page.
Yeah,
Oops.
no, okay. So
Can't
this
look at
guy,
this
this
page.
looks like our friend's brother.
Oh,
This looks like our friend's brother so hard.
Oh shit! Screenshotting right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Screenshotting right
and
now.
this is the friend that actually showed me this website. This person does not exist. So, folks, this is where we take an AI-generated person and we create an entire backstory for them, good or bad. The purpose of this is so that you, if you encounter this person in real life, somebody that looks like this, you can know what to expect and you can know how to protect yourself.
I have done a bad thing. The folks haven't seen it yet.
I didn't think they had.
Yeah.
Something in my heart. Something in my
Yeah.
heart.
Something bad.
Something in my heart was
Something
making
bad.
me think that they had.
Something bad happened.
Okay, I'm gonna stop doing this because it's probably horrible on the mic. But Dylan, thanks. One more time, Dylan, he 3D printed this. He literally 3D printed this, in two fucking different parts, and then put them together. I mean, come on.
Okay, this is I did full screens, folks, and that makes this process a little bit harder. That made this process a lot worse than it should have been.
Yeah, things happened.
Here we go.
We're
Here
building
we
the
go.
plane as we land, folks.
This needs to happen on that computer
I-
somehow. I don't know how.
Hey,
I don't
get
know.
it.
Oh,
I get
it will. It
it's
will.
a wacky world
It's
out
a
here.
wacky world out here.
Pull up that boy.
Yeah, we're gonna pull up.
I need a new one though. I
This
need
person does not exist. It's gonna be a new.
Oh,
That's a very tough to read situation.
I feel like they're walking away from a trail where they just murdered a dog.
So, this may be like the most perfect combination of a boy and girl
Yeah.
that I have ever seen.
Well, and the most combination of good and bad.
yeah,
Like she's like a
Pure?
he is a fallen angel.
yeah.
And
This is
captivating.
captivating.
Yeah.
This is.
But do you know what I mean about just murdered a dog? Maybe not a dog. Does that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I almost feel like it's worse than that, though. I feel like it's a kid. I feel like
Okay,
it's a
thank
kid.
you. Dog didn't feel right, but I was like, it wasn't like a possum, but I didn't think about kid, but I think you're right about kid.
But somehow
yeah.
it's also not worse. It's a kid, but it's a kid that had it coming somehow.
Well, they
Yeah.
had like a childhood feud,
Yeah.
and it was just like they settled it. They're like
Highlander,
literally.
there can be only one.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
This is
This is a tough read.
This is somebody. Okay, let me think.
This
Let
is
me
a
think.
tough read.
This is somebody who is going to change the world for the better by doing great evil. This is somebody who is going to make a call that nobody in that generation or the next generation likes.
Yeah.
In fact, they're going to be like a fascist. They're going to be like, something terrible. They're doing something terrible, but somehow it's going to save the planet. you know?
There's somebody that might at the one point in their life say the phrase, "You just don't fucking get it, do you?" You know what I mean?
Sure.
Something like that.
But I feel like it'll be more sophisticated.
Yeah.
Sophisticated.
Okay.
I mean, like I feel like it'll be like a monologue, like a short monologue.
Okay.
Like,
Can you give a little example of what maybe?
sometimes to save, you must first destroy.
No, that's bad.
Okay.
That's bad. I'm gonna try one. I'm not.
If you
this
love
is your territory,
something,
so
you
okay.
have to let it go. No.
No, it's not what he sounds like.
Okay, well, I wasn't going for the. Okay. I should've
Why would
gone
you
for
not
the,
go
okay, why
for
would
it?
I not
Why
go
would you
for,
not
okay,
go?
your turn.
Yeah.
I want one more try, though. Your turn, though.
I don't even want to go. I'm scared. Okay, all right.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you go. I'm
No. You're going. Okay.
You simply don't fucking get it, do you? You know, something like that.
Jesus
You know,
Christ.
something like
Yeah,
that.
that's like. I feel like you can't channel that unless a guy forced you to allow your back to get waxed. You know, like I feel like it takes. a certain
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
a
thing.
darkness.
See,
That's
so we're seeing different people.
Thanks for saying that. Thanks for saying that. You could have gone a lot of different ways. You're a good friend.
Okay, so I want to channel. There's something. There's something. Okay, so. There's something. Okay, so. Sometimes to save the body, you must remove the arm. This is the case here. Something like that.
At the end, you still had that.
I did a weird voice.
You still once again. You check your Jewish Christopher Walken. This guy has a hallmark.
Sometimes to save the body, you must remove the arm.
Okay.
This is the case here.
Yeah, you're like
Something
you're
like
like
that.
you sound.
You didn't play Alpha Centauri when you were a kid.
I don't even know what
that
that
was
is.
actually a character from. I was modeling Zakharov, who's a
okay.
fucking crazy
I can
scientist.
see him as Zakharov.
Yeah,
I can see him as or her.
They're
beautiful.
They're beautiful.
I fear them.
Yeah,
I fear them.
This is maybe my favorite one we've gotten.
Yeah,
this is maybe my favorite one we've
really,
gotten.
Intricate. It's an anomaly. All
Okay,
right.
game changer. That one.
Game changer. Yeah. This almost looks like my dad a little bit.
Yeah.
Bad man for sure.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's just
Jay,
the forehead.
No.
Is he
You
bad?
see the eye, but then zoom in on the eyes one more time. Get a little bit closer.
Right, because at first you're like, I'm like a roller. I'm like bad, good. I understand the bad now.
Yeah,
I do
bad.
understand.
Yeah.
He's not a cop, but he has like an authority role. He's like a parole officer or something. He's got something going on, and you kind of think he's cool at first.
You know what? He's Walmart's regional head of security. He's Walmart's regional head of security.
Thank you, sir.
It was a fucking pleasure doing business with you.
That is exactly what he fucking
Walmart's
is.
regional
That
head
is
of security.
exactly what he is.
And
oh, I hate this guy. He runs a tight ship, though. He's got a good protocol.
He runs a tight ship.
He's got a good protocol.
The only kind of porn he watches is the security officer.
Oh,
security officer
shit!
Porn. That's
Oh
it.
my
That's always
god!
it.
He modeled his office to be just like the
and
set.
that's didn't actually do any like really bad stuff, but he tried to do that once.
Yeah, and it got weird.
Yeah, and it got weird,
yeah.
and he was like, "Oh fuck!" So it
He's like,
almost
"This is real
ruined
shit.
him.
This is real shit." She was like, "I'm not helpless. I'm gonna fucking." I'm gonna fuck you 6 ways from Sunday, not the way you want.
He's a bad guy, but he's too weak to enact
yellow.
the evil.
He's yellow belly. Yeah. So he just goes home and like
he had the gusto.
He goes home and like hits his dog a little too hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does bad things in the home. He doesn't
does
do
bad things in the home.
Bad
doesn't
things
have
in the
kids.
home.
Doesn't have a wife.
Like this one too. His name is
Greg or
what the fuck?
Greg?
Hachi Coochie. I was gonna
Really?
say Greg or
Oh!
Yeah. Okay.
Pleasure doing fucking business with you.
Fucking Christ, guys. Sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes.
Good stride
Here
today.
we go. Okay.
Oh,
Did you see the transition between those two? They're somehow similar and they're not at all.
I
I'm gonna go with good person. I'm gonna go with good person.
I think I could trust this person.
Yeah.
This person might have had a bad past.
Yeah.
Like they could have done some stuff, but very kind-spoken native gentleman.
Yeah.
Very kind-spoken native gentleman, for sure. Did something bad. Like, actually, I don't know.
Was it almost like in service? Was it almost like in service of like he was in service of his country or something? Like he, you know, like he did something bad. Like
I almost feel like he had like him and his buddy opened like a business in the 80s, and he like left town. Or something.
So it's
he,
not.
Like, yeah.
It wasn't like a.
Yeah, he didn't do anything bad, but he kind of like fumbled
irresponsible.
the moment. He kind of he's let loved ones down.
Okay,
but he's a kind guy who's learned a lot, and now is like very centered, very loving, very very good.
So
don't give him any of the corn liquor though.
Don't give him any of the corn liquor.
Don't give him any of the corn liquor.
Occasionally, during an episode, I just flash back through everything we've said and just imagine sitting 12 feet away, and then just catalog all of the things that were really across the line for her to hear.
I don't think we've said anything over the line.
We've said like 7 things.
Have we?
Yeah. It just is so normalized for us. We don't experience it at all. Sure. But for her,
she's living in
heard like 7
hellscape, just trying to
swear words in the last 2 years. Yeah. So like when she
heavens
hears,
and Betsy,
like,
profanities. Fuck you, Shirley. I'm sorry, Shirley. I'm sure.
Someday they're just shotgun through the window, and it's gonna be because she's purging.
Honestly,
it's like purging a great evil.
So much easier that way.
It would be.
It would just be like, bang! I died doing what we love.
Died doing what we love. Like, if we don't die.
Great story.
Great story.
And we're going viral.
And
that's going to play way better than the mail.
How do you guys feel?
That's evergreen. You don't need it to be
getting like 3 like birdshot shotgun blasts through the window.
Yeah,
right
would you be like
range.
into that? Like, comment below if you'd like us to get shotguns.
I don't know.
We're a service-based podcast, so we're just trying to figure out.
Trying to do what works.
I don't know.
Here we go. Okay. I want to say evil immediately, but I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. I want to say evil too, but I actually think he's a good. He's
from another era. He's from a bygone era. He's a cowboy. He's a cowboy that's not a cowboy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, interesting.
He would have been like a wiry, wild. You know, he's not your juggernaut cowboy.
One thing's for certain.
Not your Mongo.
This guy also doesn't get any of the corn liquor. He's definitely a recovering alcoholic.
Sure.
For fucking sure.
Yeah.
He's a powerful man. He's a good man. I feel like he works for like retirement homes.
Sure.
I feel he's like the VP of like development for like new retirement homes like across like the nation.
Okay.
That's what I see for him.
I like that his smile's real.
Yeah.
You know,
2 kids,
he's
wife.
He's not only happy, but he can be happy sometimes.
He's kind of like he got into like the American dream when it was like possible, like in the 70s. And his dad was a cowboy, or his grandpa was a cowboy, and that's kind of why he had like the temerity and the tenacity.
He brings that spirit to the modern world.
Exactly, and that's why he doesn't get any corn liquor. Because
that's why
he was. I mean, how do you think he got all those contracts when he was in his 30s?
Yeah, I feel like.
Come on.
And I wish that anything could go on a shirt, and that's why he doesn't get any corn liquor. You know, it doesn't work, but I really want it to.
Sure.
Maybe there's a way.
Right.
Maybe there's a way.
What was the other one we said earlier, though? We learned a lot, and we were sorry.
We're sorry, and we learned a lot.
We're sorry, and we learned a lot. We'll have to go back.
Yeah, we'll have
to go back.
All
right.
We'll never find it.
One more, maybe.
One more.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like she's an art teacher.
Yeah.
She's like an art.
Real joy, too.
Yeah,
Real
she's
joy.
got a great presence.
This is where we're at today, guys. This is where we're at today. We're at the completely 100% accurate people. In 7 more days, there's going to be accurate personalities calling you, trying to get your jism and credit card numbers.
Don't give any of them your jism unless we say.
We're your jism guardians.
And I do not give her your jism because she's working with kids.
She's working with kids.
You don't want kids and jism to be mixed.
So the other day,
she's gonna try and make an art project with your jism, and that's not what you want kids to have.
The other day,
jism.
I'm always trying to find words that are like, they're not always acceptable, but they're like more acceptable than like what, like, you know, I would say cum normally, right? I would say cum.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, jism is funny because it's like less acceptable.
Well, wait, really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I guess I had a misunderstanding.
Did you say jism in like a fucking like?
Well, no, I said it in front of my son, and he started chanting jism.
Well, that's fine because he's not even these 2.
He's 2 and 4.
Yeah, he's 2.
2 and 4 months. 2 and 4 months. So.
Oh, he's 2 in 4 months.
No, he's 2.
Oh, 2 and 4.
and
Okay,
4
I was like, yeah, I think he's 2. Yeah. So no, because Chisholm could be. It could be Chisel. It could be anything.
There's a window of opportunity.
Yeah, no, there's
where your kid can say fuck, your kid can say shit,
right.
but they can't say it well enough that anyone can be sure. And you're like, oh no, that means sit. That means
right.
sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just saying duck. Don't worry about it.
Right.
He's like,
okay.
My parents are serial killing people. My parents are you know.
I
love cereal.
I wish we could play. Can you describe a YouTube video you can't play? Can you even do that?
I think so. Yeah, I think you could 100%.
Okay, back in the day where you could just where you could laugh at things. Just a moment before we get canceled. Yeah. There was a little girl and she was trying to say sparkling wiggles.
Oh no.
But it sounded like fucking N-words.
Wow.
And her mom was like egging her on and she was like, so what were you saying? Sparkling wiggles? And she's like, fucking.
Oh my.
Yeah,
gosh.
and she's like, now say, get a job, Sparkling Wiggles.
Oh no! Oh gosh! So, wow.
So we can't play that, but we can describe it.
Is that even still on YouTube, you think?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
think?
sure. It's a classic. It's a bona fide classic.
I love how...
It's a bona fide classic.
I love how selective YouTube can be. Like,
right.
They're just like, no, that one, come on.
Yeah, no. What?
But, no, I did that with my brother all the time.
What do you mean?
All the time. Getting him to say fucking on accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what he had, like, it was like he...
But when Matt was learning to speak, you were like 6 and he was like 2.
Yeah.
So then 7 and 3. So you're really fucking with him at the age of 7?
Yeah.
Damn. I never had a little brother, so like, I mean, like...
Wait, you literally had a little brother.
Not when I was young, though.
Yeah,
I had
not when it was okay to fuck with them.
Yeah, I had a little brother when I was, like, tasked to also change the diapers.
Yeah.
Like, my little brother experience was, like, different than, like, a little
were just
brother.
Getting your
I had, like, a
ass beat
tiny
for
little
not treating
brother
him right.
kid.
Yeah.
Like, brother's son, yeah.
Yeah, brother's son.
Yeah, literally,
Oh.
yeah.
God,
And I love
you
you.
could start another band, Brother's Son.
Brother's son, yeah.
Brother's Son.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
And we'll play Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillaz.
I call Max Mr. Brunkle Max
Okay.
to Lupin because
Yeah.
he's like a brother and an uncle.
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
So, you know.
But yet you just call me Uncle JJ. Interesting. You know, sometimes things...
Titles have meaning to this guy.
Yeah.
Titles have a lot of meaning to this guy.
Oh, fuck, we shouldn't
Mr.
have.
Brunkle Max.
This is one of the instances where it could have just been us talking, but instead just homegirls on the fucking
Yeah, folks, sometimes you
And
let
that's on me,
homegirl-
too. And that's on me, too.
100% it is on you, too.
God damn. Folks, one of the things I wanted to bring you is we're trying to bring different bits, and I didn't even tell you. Would you just want to read Am I the Asshole?
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah.
You know, why not?
That's so and I think maybe we just try and do things that
I've got one loaded up.
Oh, you've
actually.
got
Yep,
one literally
I've got one
loaded up
yep.
right here. Okay, you want to read this one?
I'll read this one. Yeah. So, am I the asshole for reacting badly to a friend giving me a sex toy? And folks, just so you know, this has 6.1K upvotes, and it was just uploaded 13 hours ago. So this is a hot thing on Reddit. You may see this. So we're chiming in. It was my birthday a couple weeks ago. I had a few friends over at my place to celebrate. I didn't really expect gifts, but a couple people brought one, including one of my male friends. I didn't really want to open them right now and make a whole show out of it, but he insisted I opened his. Imagine my surprise when I pulled a comically big dildo out of the bag. I was just stunned, and I could almost feel myself blushing. He said something about how I could now manage my crazy libido and something along those lines, and just started laughing like crazy. There were a few other awkward laughs around the room. I felt so fucking embarrassed, and the thing about my libido was just the cherry on top. My friends all know that my sexuality is a bit of a sore spot, mostly because I've been slut-shamed a lot ever since high school. Him literally handing me a sex toy and saying it was to control my crazy urges felt so fucking hurtful. I started tearing up and somehow gathered the confidence to tell him to leave. He looked surprised and confused, but he saw I meant it, and he left. Obviously, the rest of the evening was pretty awkward after that. He texted me the next day to, quote, clear things up. He insisted he only meant it as a joke, and when I brought up the libido thing, he swore he didn't mean it in that way. He argues I ruined the vibe by reacting badly to a stupid joke and made him feel like an idiot when I asked him to leave. Now, I'm kind of wondering if I overreacted and if I read too far into the joke. Great work.
Thank
That's
you.
not easy to do.
I felt like I did actually a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, when you, I was obviously in the store, but when you were doing this, I was like, that's fun stuff.
Yeah,
that's fun stuff that's happening over
here.
here.
The thing is, you can't do anything amazing, but you can do fun stuff.
And you
folks.
can be consistent. That's the
Yeah.
problem with that, because once you start, you can't stop midway.
Can't stop.
You are so
a lot of people
lame.
have died doing pantomiming
and then stopping midway.
to monologues.
You have to continue.
You have to finish.
And you reach a point where you're like, fuck, I wish I just would have been sipping a DC.
There's blue balls, there's
and
blue
smirking.
miming. Yeah.
So, instant thoughts for this.
You know, I think it's up to the user. I think it's up to her. Because of the history.
She read it. I want to know how many people were at this party.
Sure.
If it was like her and him, and then like if it was like 3 people, like a trio of close friends,
that's an overlap.
That's totally cool. That's totally cool.
No, that's a good.
But it seems like a lot of like, a
coworker.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Like it was a read the
formal.
room situation.
Yeah.
And
know your audience.
And he should have read the room and just been like, open it later.
Yeah.
And open it later and FaceTime me.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been the cool move.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, does this guy want to fuck her? Seems like he wants to fuck her.
Certainly
seems like he wants to fuck her.
from someone who doesn't want to admit that they.
Yeah. That's Yeah.
Pushing somebody on the playground. You're pushing somebody on the playground, guy.
Yeah. So what say you? That's kind of where I
like I said, I think it's a little bit up to her, and it's really just dependent on the relationship. It's so hard to say with the limited context. If joking like that is acceptable in their relationship, then it really is a read the room. If joking like that is not acceptable in the relationship, then I think it's probably not acceptable. So it really just depends on how they talk to each other.
That is just such a like you do that to your boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like girls can be boys too, but like they're still girls.
Yeah.
You know, that's just not like
Yeah.
You know, like it's just.
And I learned this lesson when I put a lethal military grade stink bomb in my grandmother's car.
Oh, that's right. You
Great
told us
prank
about
to play.
Wait, but really quick, can you give the backstory though? Because the funniest part is the backstory. What happened like right before that?
I can't remember.
Something happened right before that, and you were like, "I was just trying to keep the laughs going." Do you remember?
I think maybe
something happened where everybody was laughing, and you were like, "Fuck grandma!" Right? You literally were like.
So you guys remember all the old shirts where it's like 7 different words, but they make you say something stupid?
That's what it was. Okay,
she was in a prank store, the same prank store that I get the fucking stink bomb, and she was reading a shirt over and over and over again, and everyone was laughing at her that said, "I am sofa king we Todd did."
Classic.
I am so fucking we Todd did.
Classic.
And everyone was
But grandmas
laughing.
don't know.
Grandmas don't know, and she
That's
said
a
it probably
ruse.
40 times, and everyone was just busting their guts. We're lucky no one died from laughter. We're lucky. Maybe somebody did. And I just thought, fuck yeah, this is great. This is really awesome. I love the modality that we're existing on this plane.
I love the community. Yeah.
So I used my paltry change as a young man, as a 12-year-old, and I bought a stink bomb, and I fucking stink bombed my grandma, and it was not
to keep
chill.
the laughs going.
It was not fucking chill at all. She was screaming obscenities. We pulled over. She came out of that car like a bat out of hell. It took like 2 weeks for the smell to go away.
Oh my god!
I put it underneath her seat. It reeked in there forever. It was a sulfur. It was
But
not
dude,
okay.
when you're a kid, having a stink bomb is like one of your first tastes of power.
It is. It is.
You can do whatever you want.
Well, and I just want to say, it's not a school. It's not like, you know, I didn't bring a gun. I didn't beat somebody up with a bat. Like, you know, it's a nice semi-healthy way to exercise power as a
The
child.
funny thing is just, I just can't get over how funny that is to me. That I'm just imagining that moment where you turn around and you're like, "Am I right?" Oh, like that. Just imagining like 9-year-old. Like I don't like that. Brings me so much joy. That you're like, "Am I right?"
This happened to me a lot as a kid. This happened to me a lot. Like, I think I
When you
might be a
pulled
little
the
on the
fucking-
spectrum.
yeah,
the
pulled the
chair's
chair.
out. There's just a lot of social
You pulled a
things
chair
I
out
didn't-
from a kid and thought it'd be funny, and everybody was like, "What?"
what the fuck? You just really
Yeah.
hurt him. You could
You
have
hurt
hurt his
his
spine.
coccyx.
You could have really hurt him.
Yeah.
And I did it twice. That's
God
the really
damn.
part where I was like, you might have
You
something
might be a
going on.
sociopath. Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes I just read it. God, Blind Sight by Peter Watts. Somebody fucking read it, please.
Yeah?
Somebody, for the love of
Yeah?
God, please read Blind Sight by Peter
Okay.
Watts. You
Might like
would
it?
fucking hate it, actually.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Too
you
much
couldn't get
extraneous
past,
shit?
You couldn't get past a couple of key things.
Yeah.
He-
What would be the things?
The things are, so vampires were real, but they but hear me out. They died out in the Paleocene period, Pleistocene,
Okay.
Paleocene period. So they were real. They revived them genetically, and the once you get past that, they do such a good job with it.
If you
They explain
revive
the
them,
crosses.
if
Dude, they
you-
explain the crosses. They have to take these non-Euclidean drugs. So like, it's a fucking like a basically like a vision cortex glitch where like they have a seizure if they see crosses. So it's not like God or anything like that. It's just they literally can't perceive crosses without having a seizure.
That's interesting.
And
That's interesting.
and there's some really cool like scientific shit that they propose
good.
about vampires. It's really sick, but it
This is
deals
Twilight
with-
for the fellas.
This is Twilight for the fellas that love hard sci-fi. Like they propose a lot of really interesting things about consciousness and intelligence, and the two of them, and how they aren't necessarily as connected as we think. That we potentially we're kind of gauging in a vacuum. Like we assume that an intelligent, like we make a lot of assumptions about consciousness and intelligence, and
Interesting.
it's a phenomenal book, and it's really made me
Dude.
wonder about a lot of things.
I saw some shit today that kind of rocked my world about animals. And maybe it's just a coincidence, but I saw this cat, two cats, maybe you saw this video, folks, two cats watching Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
Kind of funny, cats watching Tom and Jerry, okay, whatever. In that episode of Tom and Jerry, the mouse Jerry cut Tom's tail off, and the tail was like bouncing around and, you know, kind of going crazy.
Cats lose their shit.
The cat doesn't lose its shit, but after a while, it's like looking, and then it absolutely turns it's like checking out its own tail. It's like, am I good? Am I fucking? My tail's good. It literally was checking out its own tail, and I don't think it was a coincidence.
Huh.
And I was like, wow. So that cat,
Yeah.
I think, just perceived a cartoon cat having its tail cartoon chopped off and like still bouncing around like like that's wild.
Dude,
that's
it's always
wild.
been weird to me that kids like can see cartoons and be like, yeah, that's that thing. Like, cause I'm sorry, a cartoon tree doesn't look like a fucking tree. It doesn't. It looks like a
That's a good
triangle
thought.
on top of a rectangle.
That's a good thought.
And you're
that's
like-
a good thought for sure.
How the fuck is
What
this
I
kid
didn't
drawing
appreciate
these
that's
correlations?
why I didn't like anime. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you have a huge watermark?
Yeah.
Why, like, you know, when they're like exasperated?
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? Why those close-ups with the eyes and the fucking moving backgrounds? Like, what is happening right now? It just I
My
didn't-
son naturally does an Ahego face.
Oh,
He naturally has done a weird Ahego
I wouldn't
face.
admit that.
I know, right? But he sticks his tongue out, and he literally does like his eyes like weird. And he's
Right.
done that since he was like a year.
that reminds me of a stand-up joke that I'm working on, but it's
no.
too hot for the brew.
It's too hot.
It's
for
literally
the
too hot for the brew.
Oh,
I
God.
need you to help me.
tamp it down
Tamp
a
it
little
down.
bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's too hot for the brew.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, 2-year-olds and Ahego faces don't pair together
No.
super well.
Absolutely
in public
not.
opinion.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. You know, what are you gonna do? Get canceled.
I love how we always go over a minute, an hour 10.
Yeah,
We
just-
we thought we would draw, you know, some boundaries, but
We're over an hour 10.
rules are made to be broken.
Rules are made to be broken.
Folks,
We're having too much fun.
Taking time, coming out in 5 days. It's been submitted. It's fucking gonna be in the ether. It's gonna be released April 4th.
Into the void,
April
as we say.
4th.
April 4th.
And then
If
we
you
can
guys
just have that
pop
monkey
on
on
and
our
take a
back,
couple
yeah.
fucking listens.
Pop on, take a listen
Goddamn,
to.
we would really
Take a fucking
really
listen
love it.
to.
The faces
Or why babies are made. LOL or eaten. Are made.
We're having trouble
The
interpreting
faces
that.
are why babies are made or eaten. The face. Okay, so the faces are why you be babies. You know, you're fucking or eaten. We're gonna have to save that for next time.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to say, oh, that came out wrong. That makes sense. Okay, I was like, What are we doing? Is this a
I
Rubik's
don't
Cube?
know if there's a way to spin this.
Yeah,
spin
Dylan,
this
we'll give you a
positively.
couple days to work on that one. We love you guys. This is the Brew with Brotherwife. We are a band that is also a game show.
Have a great
Mwah.
fucking
Mwah.
weekend.
Mwah.
Do something nice
Mwah.
for yourself. We'll
Do
see you
something
Monday
nice for yourself.
at 9:30.
Drink a
a.m.
beverage that you liked as a kid.
Drink a fizzy water with some cranberry juice and lime in it. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. Love
you
you
guys.
guys. Simcolo! Bye, daddies. We love you, son.